piece of crystal I'm going to hold is Florida State winning national champion. This year. I don't know what to say. I was surprised. I should have suspected something was up because Mrs. Saley called Linda last week and said I had an RSVP to come to this meeting. And I really missed this meeting. And so I was suspicious, but didn't know what was happening. But in all seriousness, I really want to thank Harry and the RISC board for this recognition. It's really very meaningful to me because it's named after Governor Carcieri, and I think history is going to really treat the Carcieri administration very favorably. When you look back at what happened during the 8 years the governor was in office, the tax system was reformed. We'd be spending $120 million more on pensions today if it wasn't for some of the pension reforms. The income tax top rate was reduced from almost 10% to under 6%. And people don't recognize we're spending $500 million less today than we were in 2005, Governor, was it, or about that time. And so having an award named after the governor is particularly meaningful. The other aspect that's very meaningful to me is that the award comes from RISC. With all sincerity, I can't think of an organization who is more important to the state right now. There have been a lot of conversation this morning about leadership, and I would put one word in front of leadership. It's really collaborative leadership because there's no I in team, and it has to be done by a group. And what was often missing at the State House, and it's less missing now, is somebody there at 10, 11 o'clock at night looking out for the taxpayer. Because I can tell you who is there at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they always don't have the best interest of the taxpayer at heart. So having this award come from an organization that I hold in great value is very heartwarming and very, very meaningful. And the last thing I want to say is sometimes we look at the glass half empty instead of half full. We're winning. There's a new normal. We haven't won yet, though. I said we're winning. It's only the third quarter. It's not the end of the game. But Central Falls, pension reform. We're actually having a conversation in the state now, which was started 5 or 6 years ago, about meaningful pension reform. The federal debate on the debt ceiling. First time I can remember that isn't perfect is that compromise was. The conversation is about reducing the size of the federal government. The legislature, Harry mentioned some accolades for Speaker Fox. The legislature rejected a very unsound budget proposal, probably the most unsound one I've seen in 30 years, with $165 million of tax increases. I think the work that you guys did on reading the fire bill, on binding arbitration, was tremendously helpful because it's important to keep the light. The best sanitizer is sunshine, and the role of citizens groups in keeping the light on. And I could speak of numerous things, but I know it's late, and I stand between myself going to Fenway Park pretty soon. I just want to thank the governor, thank Harry, and thank the board for this very meaningful award. Thank you.